Hi you guys, my name is Cyan Martin and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be picking out my TBR for February. I am a little bit late because it's already February 5th, but that is fine. We're going to be picking out the books that we're reading this month and we are going to be doing the TBR jar method. I did this a while ago where I picked out videos just for a week using this method, but we're going to be doing our full February TBR this month and I will have all of the prompts listed down below just in case you guys want to do this video. But if you don't know how this works, which I'm sure you probably do, all of these slips of papers have little prompts on them, and I'm going to pick one out and then pick a book that relates to that prompt. We're going to pick out, I think I want to do 10 books. It's a little up there, but I'm not going to be strict on myself. I don't have to read these books. I'm just going to try to. So we're going to give ourselves some leniency, but also a bunch of options, and that's why we're going to pick 10 books. So without further ado, let's just get started with our very first prompt. I feel like it's going to be really difficult for me to get some in the bottom. I'm going to try. Okay. Oop, two came out. Let's go with this one. A newly released book. Already know I'm going to pick what? The Fury by Alex Michaelides. This is his newest release. I have read two of his other books. I think they're his only two books. Maybe I'm wrong, but I read The Maidens and The Silent Patient. Love The Silent Patient. Did not like The Maidens that much, so we will see how this one does. This one's also pretty short. I think it's like 200 and something pages. Yeah, it's less than 300 pages, so this will be a short, quick, easy read. And if you didn't know, he is a thriller author, so I'm pretty sure this is just going to be a fun little thriller. And I think it takes place in Greece, so that will be interesting. I've always wanted to go to Greece, and hopefully after I read this, I will still want to. So now let's pick out our next prompt. A book with a number in the title. This is actually also perfect. The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I read The Dead Romantics by her and I really liked it. She writes more of a literary fiction, but they always have a little bit of magical realism to it. I think I'm saying this correctly. I don't know if that's exactly what you would call it, but that's what she does. That's what it was like in The Dead Romantics. We obviously had Ghost in that one. And I think in this one, the apartment goes back to the past. So I think this will be interesting. A lot of people love this book too, so I am excited to get to it. Okay, so far this is going really good. I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm excited now. So let's pick out another read. A book that ends in an even page number. I don't want to go through all these books. Okay. So that was a little bit more difficult to find, but we are going to go with The Night Circus. It has, was that 512? Yeah, 512 pages. That's a lot more than it looks. I was not expecting that, but this one just seems interesting. I think it's like a magical circus. And I've never read anything by this author, and I've wanted to get to this for a while. I really don't know anything about it, but it is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And I feel like I've heard only good things about this, so hopefully I enjoy it as well. Next up, number 4. Okay. A book based in the city. That's interesting. Okay, I think I actually might put in a romance, and I'm going to do Daisy Hates The Great Undoing because this does take place in London, a big city, and I really just kind of want to finish this series, not in a bad way because I am kind of enjoying it, but just making me feel so many emotions. And I know this isn't the end of the series, but I would like to be caught up, so I think this is going to be a good choice. Now for our next prompt. You guys, hello. Stop that. It's 6 a.m. Okay? Chill out. Thank you. A book based in a small town. Okay. Things We Hide from the Light. This is the second book in the Knock 'em Out series, and I've honestly been putting this whole series off for a while. I read the first one. I liked it, didn't love it, but I've just heard that this one and the third one I haven't really heard great things about. I feel like people just like them, but have been kind of let down. So that's why I've been a little bit nervous, but hopefully we will get to it because this is a big one. But I mean, I'm ready to just get it off my shelf too. The reason why I want to do this is because I want to finish this whole physical TBR before I buy new books. So gonna be a challenge, but we're trying. That's the point of this video. But let's pick out our next prompt. A book that is part of a series that you've already started. I'm gonna put the second book in Crescent City, House of Sky and Breath. The third one just came out, so I do kind of want to get to it. And I did enjoy the first one, so might as well put it on my TBR. We've had so many prompts that this could have been used for that I feel like it's a sign that I just need to put this on my TBR. So that was number 6. We have 4 more. Now that I'm looking at this stack, like this is kind of a lot, but we'll be okay. This like doesn't help to mix it up at all. Okay, this next prompt says a rom-com. I think it's rom-com-y. It's A Not So Meet Cute by Megan Quinn. I've heard good things about it. Yeah. So this is the one that we're choosing for this one. I don't know. I think it's a millionaire romance. It may be like fake dating or something. A billionaire romance, because that's realistic. Why am I already hating on this book? I'm not, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna choose this one, and I am actually excited because I bought it, so I want to read it. Next up, how many is that? That's 7. So we have 3 more. I kind of want to put another fantasy on there. A book with sports in it. It wasn't on my TBR cart, but I haven't read the like latest book in the Boys of Tommen series. This one is Redeeming Six by Chloe Walsh. It's the last one out right now, and I do think that sometime this year the next book's coming out, so I definitely want to get to it because I read the other one last month and I love it so much. If you've seen any of my videos, you probably heard me talk about this series. Absolutely love it. So yes, I'm picking this. Okay, next one. A book from Kindle Unlimited. That's a good one too. So the one that I'm going to pick for this one is the second book. I don't know what the series is called as a whole, but the first one is The Trial of the Sun Queen. I read that last year at like the end of the year. Loved it so much. So I'm definitely going to be picking that one up. The second one, I don't know what it's called. Maybe I should look it up. Okay, the second one is called Rule of the Aurora King, and I actually want to end up buying these two because I just love this series so much, so I need to buy them at some point. So we are going to buy and read that for sure. I'm telling you right now, that's going to be read this month. So next up, we have our final pick, and that is going to be buy a new book from your wish list. This is also fantastic. I did actually recently just buy a book from my wish list, so I'm going to include that as the one that I pick so that I don't have to buy another new book, but that is called The Witch Collector by Carissa Wheat. I'm pretty sure in this world, every single year or something like that, a man comes and collects a witch to kind of be, I think, sacrificed. And then this girl, I think one year someone that she knows is taken, so like she goes and tries to stop the witch collector, like track him down or something along those lines. Don't quote me on that because I saw one person talk about this book and I could just be somehow completely making that whole thing up. But I think that's what this is about. So there's that one. So now we have officially picked all of the books that I will be reading in the month of February, or trying to at least. And let's just do a little quick speed through of what we picked. So first up, we have a thriller, which is The Fury. Why do I want to say furry? Like furry, fury. The Fury by Alex Michaelides. This will be a fun, fast-paced little thriller. I also like using thrillers as palette cleansers whenever you don't know what to read. I feel like they're great options, and I am willing to give this author another try. Hopefully it's good. Then we have The 7-Year Slip. I'm positive that I'm probably going to end up liking this book because I have heard great things about it, and I really do like Ashley Poston's writing style. Then we have The Night Circus. This is a little fantasy book. I think it's also going to have some romance in it because I think it involves 2 magicians. I don't know what told me that this might have romance in it, but I'm just assuming. Literally, though, it says a love story for adults that feels luxuriously romantic. Okay. Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. I am excited to get to this one because I do like these characters better than I liked the characters in Magnolia Parks. And I feel like I just want to know more about Christian and Daisy and even Julian and Magnolia. So let's see how this one goes because the other books, man, just put you through the ringer, and for no reason, might I add. But then we have Lucy Score's Things We Hide from the Light. Just really need to get through this, but it's thick. And I will be trying to DNF books more often this year. That's like one of my goals, because I tend to personally feel guilty if I DNF a book because the author put so much time and effort into it. I bought the book. I feel like I have to read the whole thing, but this year we're not doing that. I'm not like cursing myself and saying that I'm going to DNF this book, or like I don't want to go into it with bad expectations, but I don't know, okay? I feel like it's not gonna be as bad as I'm making it out to be. And then, of course, we have the second book in the Crescent City series. This is House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. Like the first one, not my favorite series by her, but I am excited to get right back into it. I almost picked up the second book immediately after I read the first one, but I just didn't. So now it's time. Then we have our little rom-commy for the month, which is A Not So Meet Cute by Megan Quinn. I don't really know if it is going to be rom-commy, but it just gives off those vibes. Like, just look at this cover. Yeah, and it'll be another nice little palette cleanser, because sometimes, like I said, I like to use thrillers, but also I feel like romances are good palette cleansers because you don't have to use a lot of brain power. So, yeah. Then we have Redeeming Six by Chloe Walsh. Already love this series. Now I'm gonna love this book. It's another thick one. I have a good collection of thick books that I'm gonna try to get to this month. So, pray for me. I am pretty excited for that one. Another one I'm excited for is The Role of the Aurora King. Like I already said, read the first one, absolutely loved it. Super pumped to read the second one, and hopefully it's just as good. And then lastly, we are going to read The Witch Collector by Carissa Weeks, which, like I said, don't really know what it's about, but I'm excited because it's another fantasy romance, and it's just my favorite genre at this point. So those are all of the books that we have to read. Let me know what you guys plan on reading this month, what books are on your TBR. If you read any of these, what were your thoughts and opinions? Don't spoil it though. But that is it for today's video. I hope that you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!